Well, hello and welcome to another episode of the Digimon TCG Battle-Royale. Since the special release 2.0 booster is a bit late in Europe, we're bringing you some EX7 gameplay still, representing some older teams with new cards and some new stuff as well, showcasing 5 decks in total. So we have Tomislav on the new Sendrumon deck, Stanislav on Hex Blaumon, Stanislav on Dragon Links, Vladislav on Zephagamon, and I'll be playing Lilithmon. And let's not waste any more time and go right into the gameplay. It looks like Tomislav has the first move. He hatches Kiaramon, evolves it into the starter deck Shumon, and plays another Shumon from his hand for 3 memory. With its own play effect, he removes the top 3 cards of his deck, which are the EX7 Chapermon, the starter deck Chapermon, and Physical Training. He adds the 2 Chapermons to his hand and the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck, and it's off to Stanislav with 3 memory. He hatches the BT7 Bukamon, evolves it into the EX7 Snow Agumon, then into the EX7 Paildramon for 2 memory, and finally the BT5 Chris Paildramon for 3 memory, giving 2 memory to Stanislav. He hatches the BT14 Koromon, and for 4 memory he plays the Wargreymon starter deck Taikamiya, giving me 2 memory. I hatch a BT6 Tsunamon, evolve it into the EX6 Tsukaimon. I play Wisdom Training for 2 memory, revealing from the top of my deck Revive from the Darkness and EX6 Bastemon. I add Revive from the Darkness to my hand and the rest is sent to the bottom of my deck. Finally, I evolve Tsukaimon into the EX7 Black Gadomon, giving 2 memory to Vladislav. He hatches an EX7 Fluffymon, evolves it into the starter deck Muchomon, and for 3 memory he plays the EX7 Shoto Kazama, giving 1 memory to Tomislav. He keeps Shumon in the raising area, and evolves the Shumon in his battle area into Shushumon from the starter deck, giving 1 memory to Stanislav. He keeps Chris Paildramon in the raising area, and for 2 memory he plays Mental Training, revealing from the top of his deck Summon Frost and EX7 Hex Blaumon. He adds Summon Frost to his hand and the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck, and it's off to Stanislav, who starts his turn with 3 memory because of tie. He evolves Koromon into EX3 Jazamon, and for 4 memory he plays the EX3 Jazardmon. With its own play effect, he reveals the top 4 cards of his deck, which are 2 Hina Kurihara, Jazamon, and EX7 Metallic Dramon. He adds a Hina and Metallic Dramon to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. And it's my turn with 1 memory. I keep Black Atomon in the raising area, and for 3 memory I play another EX6 Tsukaimon, giving 2 memory to Vladislav. At the start of his turn, since his opponent has a Digimon, Vladislav gains a memory with Shodo's effect. He moves Muchomon to the battle area, and for 2 memory evolves it into the EX7 Galemon. And with its when Digivolving effect, since he only has 1 tamer, he can play another Shoto Kazama from his hand for free. So he plays the starter deck Shoto. He evolves Galemon into Grand Galemon from EX7 for 3 memory, and with its when Digivolving effect, he suspends Shushumon. And at the end of his turn, he uses EX7's Shoto effect, suspending it, giving Piercing and Blocker to Grand Galemon. And since Grand Galemon has Vortex, he attacks Shushumon with it. So Shushumon is deleted. And because of Fluffymon's and Galemon's inherited effect, Vladislav gains 2 memory since Grand Galemon deleted a Digimon in battle. And because of Piercing, he checks a security, which is Shumon. And since it is still Vladislav's turn, for 3 memory he plays Digimon Liberator, which allows him to reveal the top 3 cards of his deck, which are starter deck Pteromon, starter deck Kivimon, and Grand Galemon from the same starter deck. He adds the Liberator trait Grand Galemon to his hand and the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. And he can also play a Liberator card from his hand with a play cost of 3 or less without paying the cost, so he plays the EX7 Pteromon. And it's Tomislav's turn with 3 memory. He keeps Shumon in the raising area, and for 4 memory he plays Dogimon. And with its own play effect, he gives -1 security attack to Jazardmon until the end of Stanislav's turn. And it's off to Stanislav with 1 memory. He keeps Chris Paildramon in the raising area, and for 3 memory plays Snow Agumon, giving 2 memory to Stanislav, but he starts his turn with 3 memory because of tie. He moves Jazamon to the battle area, evolves it into the EX7 Jazardmon, with its when Digivolving effect, since he has 1 or fewer tamers he plays a Hina from his hand without paying the cost. For 3 memory he evolves Jazardmon into Jazarikmon, he suspends Hina to activate its own play effect, which de-Digivolves Grand Galemon into Galemon. And now with its when Digivolving effect, since his opponents have no level 5 or higher Digimon, he gains a memory, meaning I start my turn with 1 memory. I move Black Gadomon to the battle area, I use Wisdom Training's delay effect, trashing it to evoke Tsukaimon into Witchmon for 2 less memory, so it costs 0 memory. With Witchmon's when Digivolving effect, I trash 1 card from my hand and give an additional effect to Galemon, which is end of attack, delete this Digimon. And with Tsunomon's inherited effect, because I trashed a card from my hand, I draw a card. Next I attack Steinsnov Security with Witchmon, hitting a Metallic Dramon, so Witchmon is deleted. And for 3 memory I play an EX7 Tsukaimon, and with its own play effect I reveal the top 3 cards of my deck, which are Tsukaimon, Bastemon and Black Gadomon. Since none of them have Lilithmon in their text, I can't add anything to my hand, so I trash Bastemon and the rest is sent to the bottom of my deck. And it's off to Vladislav, who starts his turn with 3 memory, and he forgets to use the other Shoto to gain a memory. He hatches an EX7 Fluffymon, evokes it into the starter deck Muchomon, he evokes Galemon into the starter deck Grand Galemon, and with his when Digivolving effect he suspends Jazarikmon. And then he plays Kivimon from his hand, even though he didn't suspend one of his own Digimon. But you know what they say, it's not cheating if you don't get caught. And with Kivimon's own play effect, he suspends my Black Gatomon. And for 4 memory, he evokes Grand Galemon into the EX7 Zephagamon. With its when Digivolving effect, it suspends itself to return Jazarikmon to the bottom of the deck. Now at the end of his turn, he uses Shoto's effect to give Zephagamon blocker and piercing, and it also unsuspends it. But since it has Vortex, Vladislav attacks my Black Gatomon with it straight away. But with Tsukaimon's inherited effect, I delete my other Tsukaimon to end Zephagamon's attack. And because of Witchmon's effect, at the end of the attack it deletes itself. And it's Tomislav's turn with 4 memory. He evokes Dogimon into the starter deck Chapermon for 3 memory. With its when Digivolving effect, he gives minus 3000 DP to my Black Gatomon, deleting it. And he attacks my security with it, checking a Calling from the Darkness, which is added to my hand. And for 3 memory he plays EX7 Shumon, giving 2 memory to Stanislav. Stanislav evokes Snow Agumon into Peondramon for 2 memory. With its when Digivolving effect, it trashes Chapermon's evolution sources and gains jamming. And he attacks Vladislav's security with it, checking a Parrotmon. Finally for 3 memory he evokes Peondramon into Chris Peondramon. And with its when Digivolving effect, since none of his opponent's Digimon have evolution sources, it unsuspends. And it's off to Stanislav with 3 memory. At the start of his turn he gains a memory because of Hina, he hatches another Koromon, evokes it into Jazamon. He attacks Stanislav with Jazardmon, checking Asora and Joe, which are played at no cost. And for 4 memory he plays another Jazardmon. With its own play effect, he reveals the top 4 cards of his deck, which are EX3 Lavorvomon, EX7 Jazarikmon, EX7 Volcanic Dramon, and Hina Kurihara. He adds Hina and Lavorvomon to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. Finally for 3 memory, he evokes Jazardmon into the EX3 Jazarikmon, suspending Hina to activate its own play effect, which de-digivokes Chris Peondramon and plays another Hina from his hand. And it's my turn with 3 memory. I hatch another Tsunomon, evolve it into Ignitemon, then into Dobermon X Antibody for 2 memory, and for 4 memory I play Revive from the Darkness. I have nothing to delete, so I just play a level 5 or lower Digimon from my trash. So I play Bastemon, and it's off to Vladislav with 3 memory, and this time he does remember to gain a memory from Shoto. He keeps Muchomon in the raising area. For 3 memory he plays Pteromon from the starter deck. With its own play effect he reveals 3 cards from the top of his deck, which are Galemon, Zephagamon and Grand Galemon from the starter deck. He adds Pteromon and Zephagamon to his hand and the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. He attacks Stanislav security with Pteromon, checking a Gomamon, so Pteromon is deleted. Next he attacks me with Kivimon, checking a Witchmon, so Kivimon is also deleted. Finally he evokes Muchomon into Galemon, giving 1 memory to Tomislav. He attacks Stanislav with Shepherdmon, checking a Jazarikmon, so Shepherdmon is deleted. And for 3 memory he plays Ponchesmon. With its own play effect, he trashes a card with Puppet Illustrates from his hand to draw 2 cards, and it's off to Stanislav with 2 memory, but he gains 2 additional memory because of Sora and Joe. He moves Chris Peondramon to the battle area, and for 4 memory involves it into the EX7 Hexablaumon. With its when Digivolving effect, he trashes a sword from Jazarikmon and returns Vladislav's 4-cost Shoto to the bottom of the deck. He attacks Tomislav security with Peondramon, checking a Shumon, and he attacks Vladislav with Hexablaumon with security attack plus 2, checking 3 security, which are Zephagamon, Grand Galemon, and Galemon. Man, almost the whole evolution line. Finally, he pays 5 memory to play Sorcerermon, which with its own play effect unsuspends Peondramon, and it's Stanislav's turn with 5 memory, and he gets an additional 2 memory because of Hina. He keeps Jazamon in the raising area, and for 5 memory evolves Jazarikmon into Volcanicdramon, and he suspends both of his Hinas to use its own play effect twice, which deletes all of his opponent's Digimon. Man, talk about dropping a nuke. And also because of its when Digivolving effect, none of his opponents can play or move from the Brazing area Digimon that are 6000 DP or lower. He attacks Stanisla with Jazardmon, checking a Peldramon, so Jazardmon is deleted. Next he attacks Tomisla with Volcanicdramon, with security attack +1, checking Ascendramon, and Vortex Resonance. Unfortunately he can't play anything with its security effect, so it just goes to his hand. Stanislav evolves Jazamon into Lavorvomon for 2 memory, and then into Lavogaritamon, giving me 3 memory. I keep Dobermon in the raising area, because I can't move it. For 3 memory I evolve it into the BT3 Lady Devimon, and for 1 memory I play Calling from the Darkness, adding Witchmon and Black Adamon from my trash back to my hand, and it's Ladislav's turn with 1 memory, and he gains another memory because of Shoto. He keeps Galemon in the raising area, because he can't get it out yet, and for 3 memory he plays another Shoto, giving 1 memory to Tomislav. He still keeps Shumon in the raising area, but not by choice this time, and for 7 memory he plays a Shepherdmon, giving 6 memory to Stanislav, but because of Sora and Joe at the start of his turn he gains another 2 memory. He hatches a Chiaromon, and for 4 memory he plays Zudomon Ace, which on play trashes the evolution sources of Volcanicdramon and returns it to the hand, and Stanislav chooses not to use its effect when it would leave the field. Next for 3 memory Stanislav plays the BT14 Joe Kido, and for another 2 memory he plays the blue starter deck Mad Ishida, passing the turn over to Stanislav, who starts his turn with 5 memory because of his Tamers. He moves Lavogaritamon to the battle area, and for 5 memory evolves it into Volcanicdramon again, and he suspends a Hina to use its own play effect, which deletes all other Digimon on the field, and because of Zudomon Ace's overflow he gains 3 memory. And with its when Digivolving effect, the rest of us can't play or move from the breeding area Digimon with 6000 or lower DP again. Stanislav attacks me with Volcanicdramon with security attack +1, checking a Lady Devimon and Witchmon. Finally for 4 memory he plays the BT8 hero Amanukawa, giving me 1 memory. I keep Lady Devimon in the raising area, and for 4 memory I play Phantom Pain, which gives Volcanicdramon an end of your turn effect to delete it. And it's Vladislav's turn with 3 memory. He gains 2 memory because of Shoto, he keeps Galemon in the raising area, he plays Digimon Liberator for 3 memory, revealing from the top of his deck Zephagamon, Shoto and Parrotmon. He adds Shoto to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. And then he plays the Shoto he added from his hand for no cost with Liberator's other effect. Finally for 3 memory he evolves Galemon into Grand Galemon, giving 1 memory to Tomislav. He keeps Shumon in the raising area, and like last turn for 7 memory he plays another Shepherdmon, giving 6 memory to Stanislav, who gains 3 additional memory because of his Tamers. But he can't find a good play to do, so he just passes turn, giving 3 memory to Stanislav. He gains another 2 memory because of Hina, he hatches another Koromon, evolves it into Vorvomon, he attacks Stanislav with Volcanicdramon, suspending Hero to give him another 2000 TP, with its when attacking effect it deletes Shepherdmon, and he checks a Peldramon and Bulukumon. Next he evolves Vorvomon into Lavorvomon for 2 memory, then into Jazarikmon for 3 memory, and for 2 memory he plays Fireball to draw 2 cards. And at the end of his turn, because of Phantom Pain, Volcanicdramon is deleted. But since he is now deleted by one of his own effects, he doesn't get to play anything. And it's my turn with 2 memory. I move Lady Devimon to the battle area, and for 3 memory evolve it into the EX6 Lilithmon, giving 1 memory to Vladislav, who gains 3 additional memory because of his Shoto army. He moves Grand Galemon to the battle area. For 4 memory he evolves Grand Galemon into Zephagamon from EX7, with its when Digivolving effect he suspends my Lilithmon and attacks it with Zephagamon, who has Piercing, and because of Grand Galemon's inherited effect he gets to unsuspend. So my Lilithmon is deleted and he gets to check a security, which is Tsukaimon, and he gains 2 memory because he deleted a Digimon in battle. Next he attacks Stanislav with security attack +1, checking on Lavorvomon and Jazamon. Finally for 3 memory he plays the starter deck Pteromon. With its own play effect he reveals from the top of his deck Agility Training, Pteromon and Galemon. He adds Pteromon and Galemon to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. And it's Tomislav's turn with 1 memory. He moves Shumon to the battle area, and for 2 memory evolves it into Shushumon, and with its when Digivolving effect he plays the EX7 Arisa from his hand without paying the cost, and it's Stanislav turn, which he starts with 4 memory. He plays Mental Training for 2 memory, revealing from the top of his deck Snow Agumon and Bungukomon. He adds Snow Agumon to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. He evolves Kyaromon into Snow Agumon, then into Peondramon, and into Chris Peondramon, giving 3 memory to Stanislav, who gains 2 additional memory because of Hina. He moves Jazarikmon to the battle area, and evolves it into the EX3 Volcanic Dramon for 4 memory, suspending both of his Hina so he can use its own play effect twice, deleting all other Digimon on the field. But after the first effect's resolution, Tomislav suspends Arisa to play a level 3 puppet trait Digimon from his hand, playing a Shumon, and with its own play effect, he reveals the top 3 cards of his deck, which are Sandrumon, Promo Arisa, and Starter Deck Arisa. He adds Sandrumon and Promo Arisa to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck, and now Shumon is also deleted because of Volcanic Dramon. He attacks Vladislav with Volcanic Dramon, and with its when attacking effect, Vladislav and Tomislav trash their top security, so it is now a direct attack and Vladislav is eliminated from the game. Finally, for 3 memory, Stanislav plays Hina, giving me 2 memory. I hatch a Tsunomon, evolve it into Tsukaimon, then into Black Gatomon for 2 memory, and into Lady Devimon, giving 3 memory to Tomislav. He hatches a Kyaromon, evolves it into Shumon. For 2 memory he plays Wonder Stomp to draw a card, and he plays a Shumon from his hand at no cost. Next he evolves Shumon into Shushumon for a reduced cost of 1 memory, and with its when Digivolving effect he plays the starter deck Arisa at no cost. Then for 3 memory he evolves Shushumon into the EX7 Shepherdmon. With its when Digivolving effect he plays a Pawn Chessmon from his hand at no cost, and uses its own play effect to trash a card with Puppet in its traits to draw 2 cards. And he uses Shepherdmon's Overclock to delete Pawn Chessmon and attack Stanislav's security, which now I'm pretty sure he wasn't able to do since he only played Shumon this turn. But oh well, it's not like it's the first time we cheated in one of these. And he checks a Jazamon in security. And now it's Stanislav's turn, which he starts with 6 memory. He moves Chris Peondramon to the battle area, attacks Stanislav directly with it, and trashes an evolution source from Shepherdmon, and Stanislav has no way to block the attack, so he is eliminated from the game. Next, for 5 memory, Stanislav plays Sorcemon, which on play unsuspends Chris Peondramon. He attacks me directly with it, trashing another source from Shepherdmon, and I'm also eliminated from the game. Finally, for 3 memory, he plays a Bungukomon, giving 2 memory to Tomislav. He keeps Shumon in the raising area and attacks Stanislav directly with Shepherdmon, who has no blockers, so he is also eliminated from the game. And there you have it, the winner of this 5-way Battle Royale is Sandrumon, or to be more precise Shepherdmon, since Sandrumon didn't actually make an appearance at all. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this and I'll see you next time. Bye!